Hey, what's up? It's Mike. I want to share with you a couple misconceptions about black hair that I have experienced, I have felt, and sometimes even believed growing up. And I think it's important to address these things so we can understand how this isn't true, how these lies have affected the mentality of our people, our men, our women, our children, our daughters and sons, whatnot. So, let's get started. Okay, so one of the first misconceptions I remember as a child is about good hair versus bad hair. Now, my mother's very light skinned, very long hair, and it's very straight hair. And I remember growing up as a kid hearing all the time how she had good hair. Now, she never referred to it as good hair herself, but a lot of people always refer to her hair as good hair. She's got that good hair, right? And me, I technically didn't. My hair was really kinky, really tight, and really coiled. So when I grew my hair out, a lot of times I would hear people say, you should have, if you had hair like your mother, it would look a lot better. If your hair was like your mother's, you'd be more beautiful. Well, not more beautiful, but you look better. Not many people called me beautiful as a kid, as a boy anyway. But that misconception of good hair versus bad hair can play a extremely detrimental part in the growth of our children. Now, me as a boy, I didn't take it that bad because I didn't want to look like my mother. I wanted to look like my father, and my father had kinky curly hair. Now, he kept his hair short, but I wanted to look like my dad. But if I was a young girl and I was being told these things, and I wasn't beautiful because my hair wasn't straight, or I wasn't beautiful because my hair wasn't good, imagine how that would play a role in my entire life. How would I feel about myself? How would I feel about the people around me if I think they always think I'm ugly because my hair isn't beautiful? And I think that's a misconception a lot of us have experienced. There is no such thing as good hair versus bad hair. There's different textures of hair, different styles of hair, but not one is better than the other. And when you allow someone to tell you that your hair isn't good enough, you're allowing them to tell you that you aren't good enough. And it's detrimental. So that's the first misconception I remember experiencing and remember talking about a lot, was good hair versus bad hair. So, yes. So the next misconception is going to be about length, hair length. A lot of times people they love to say that your hair is so short or black hair doesn't grow, and that's just not true at all. Black hair is tightly coiled and tightly knit together, so it can give you the misconception of your hair not being, in full volume, but when you stretch it out, it gets a lot longer. Like my hair is pretty short, but if I take a piece of it, I can stretch it out a bit. So from here, of what you see to here, is a difference. If I were to straighten it out and hot comb it and all that other stuff, you would see that difference. And again, that plays a part in our young girls and in our young boys, because they're looking at these beauty standards, looking at these beautiful people, saying, I wish my hair was longer, I wish my hair looked like hers, or my hair looked like his. Yet their hair doesn't match that because it's not straightened, chemically straightened. And that's just a problem. You need to instill, or we need to instill in children that they are beautiful the way they are, because throughout their entire life they're going to hear people tell them they're not beautiful because of the way they are. So us as their support system need to ensure them they're just beautiful all the time, no matter how your hair looks. Because long hair versus short hair, it's just hair. Literally, it's just dead hair follicles. It's nothing. It means nothing. In the grand scheme of things, it's just for looks and aesthetics. So yes, that is the second misconception about hair growth. Black hair is very long. It's just curled up. So once you uncurl it, it gets longer. But of course, you already knew that, right? So number 3. This one will be more so on usage and how to maintain your hair. A lot of folks say their hair is dry, they don't know how to maintain their hair, how to take care of their hair. The one thing is your skin, your scalp, secretes oils that are meant to coat your hair. But because your hair or my hair or our hair is so kinky, tightly coiled, what happens is that oil can't make its way effortlessly through everything. It can't make its way through. And that's where you, as the owner of it, need to take care of it. That's where you use your fingers, you use a wide tooth comb, a NETER gold infused oil comb, wink, 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 wink. You need to use these kind of things in order to move the oil through your hair to make sure all the hair is coated. Like the hair on the top of my head is all, I guess, the same texture, but down here is all different. And I need to make sure everything is moisturized. First water, then oil, or water, then cream, or water, oil, cream, depending on the weather. But you have to take care of it. You can't just spray and go and not take a second to massage the hair, massage the scalp. You have to take care of these things. You can't be like the people you see on TV who just throw stuff on, because those people aren't real. This is all a show, it's all a facade. So in order to take care of your hair, you need to make sure you're moisturizing, oiling, and taking care of it properly. If not, you're going to dislike the way you look, because you're going to allow other people's opinions of your unkept look to bother you, right? And you're going to feel bad about it. So let's work on that. Moisturize it. Let's oil it. Let's order some NETER Gold products. I mean, that is an amazing company. I guess. So I've heard. Yeah. Okay, so number 4 is going to be, for me, I notice a lot of people believe that black hair is just extremely strong, and that to them allows them to do these unnatural things to it because they say their hair can take it. So when people get their hair dyed, these are chemicals going into your hair to change the color. So if you're trying to change, if I were to change my hair from black to red, I'd have to dye it or bleach it, right? And then once I bleached it, I had to put on the red so that it would take to it. So I just applied 2 different kind of chemicals to my hair in order to get this, artificial hair color. And I may look amazing, because personally I'm gonna look amazing no matter what I do. I digress. It's not. Your hair isn't designed for these chemicals. These chemicals aren't designed for your hair. You don't want to strip away your hair's natural defense systems. You don't want to strip away the oil. You don't want to strip away the tightness of it. You don't want to get rid of all these things like relaxers and stuff are to get rid of the way your hair naturally is. And that's not good, because if your hair is naturally one way, that means that's in its best state. It's best in this original way. So I encourage you, if you are dyeing your hair or you're doing a lot of relaxers to your hair, to tone it down. If you don't want to stop, that's fine, but tone it down, because that isn't how you're supposed to be. Right? Your hair is powerful. It is strong, but at the same time, it's no stronger than any other hair on this planet. It's all still dead. It's all still dead. And you need to take care of it as if it's alive, right? So you gotta nurture it as if it's alive. You can't treat it like it's just Hercules. It's not. It's hair. So don't abuse it. Don't treat it, torment it like it's nothing. Treat it like it's everything, because to a lot of people, it is everything. That was good. Okay, so my 5th and final misconception or myth that I believe, it goes to the point people believe that black hair is difficult to manage. It's unmanageable, it's unruly, and it's just hard to take care of. And I disagree. I will say black hair requires more maintenance, upkeep. It requires more consistent love and attention than other types of hair. But it doesn't mean that it's harder or more difficult to deal with. It just means that you have to make sure you are giving unconditional love and attention to your hair. You can't just neglect it. Think of it like your hair is like a pet. You can't neglect your pet. You can't choose not to feed your pet. You can't choose not to water your pet, give your pet water. You have to make sure that every day you are giving attention to this piece of you. And a lot of people, they say they don't have the time to take care of their hair, take care of themselves. And understand that in this world, it's difficult to take the time to yourself. But I encourage you to take that moment. One of the things I really preach about with NETER Gold is that self-love part. Because when you're using my products, I want you to take that. I want it to be in a time where you're not in a rush. A time when you are able to sit down and just enjoy the breeze coming through your window as you're doing your hair. These are all times where you need to, what's the best word for it? You need to decompress, you need to allow the world into your heart. You just gotta, and your hair isn't difficult to take care of. It's not unruly, it's not unkept. It just requires your love and attention. You can't just spray, a dry shampoo and then just walk out the door. To me, that's extremely dirty. You know, you can't just and leave. You know, you can't just wake up with bad head and just say, okay, I'm out of here. You know, that's just not how it works. Your hair requires your attention because it's worth a lot. It requires a lot because you are a lot. So take your time, enjoy yourself. You know, it's not difficult to manage unless you don't really value yourself. Yeah, that's a good one. That's how it should go. Oh, anyway, so I got these headbands here. And I put them on for sale on the site. They're $15, but if you want one, I'll do a discount, so $5 off. And the code's going to be headbands with a Z. So HEADBANDZ, and that'll get you $5 off the headband. Yeah, so thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed these misconceptions that I had. And if you have any, please put them in the comments below. And maybe one day we can chit chat about it together, because I like talking to people sometimes. Apparently, maybe shutting up now.